So what we have really is those key policy rates being left untouched, like I just mentioned. The SLR being lowered from 24% to 23%, essentially meaning that you've got something like 62,000 crores, as I just mentioned, available to the banking system to on-lend to borrowers. Now, while it is a status quo from the Reserve Bank of India as the market was expecting, what really is worrying is that the growth outlook for the current financial year has been revised downwards. Remember, earlier it was pegged at 7%, that's been lowered to 6.5%. Inflation, which was pegged at 6.5% for March 2013, has now been raised to 7%. So you've got effectively a reversal of both those numbers. One goes to GDP, one goes to inflation. So it is a worrying level, and the RBI clearly stating that they've done whatever they needed to do, and this is something that they mentioned in yesterday's policy document as well, the fact that they've raised, rather lowered the cash reserve ratio by as much as 125 basis points in the past, which has effectively returned something like 75 to 80,000 crores to the banking system. In addition to that, in April, they lowered the repo rate by a half percentage point, though no one was expecting it. Now, despite all of that, you've seen nothing at all being done by the centre. The RBI is saying that, and somewhere admitting that growth has taken a back, has actually got hit because of the RBI's monetary policy action over the last 2 years, but also stating that that has not been the only or primary cause for growth to have got impacted, that there are a number of other factors as well.
Okay, so remember, we have the Reserve Bank of India, who has kept those rates unchanged, as George mentioned, cut the SLR to 23% versus 24%. Inflation forecast has gone a notch higher from 6.5% to now 7%, and the GDP forecast has been lowered from an earlier 7% to 6.5%. All of your banking stocks, remember, they were very quiet going into the expectations, and now you can see deeper cuts coming in for the likes of SBI, HDFC Bank and Union Bank on your screen, so a cut of anywhere between 0.5% to 1.5%.